basically, it's a game of Minesweeper. It's all the old Minesweeper rules that you remember. But the thing that's interesting about the game is that it piles on all kinds of modifiers. Like every single run you go through, it just dumps a bunch of modifiers on you, and that every single modifier really changes up how the game is played. These are all the different levels that we're going to play on the first quest. Once you get through all of these levels, you finish the quest and your run is over. So it is kind of like a roguelite, but it's all Minesweeper. So if we jump into the first level, you'll see that it's a Minesweeper board. There's a bunch of these squares that have mines, or in this game's case, monsters in them. And the idea is to click on every single square that doesn't have a monster in it and clear the board. Every time you click on a square, it'll show you a bunch of numbers, and all these numbers represent how many squares around that block have monsters in them. The idea is that you can mark squares that you know that have a monster in them, and then the idea is to mark every single square that has a monster in it. The game relies a lot on logic. You know, if you look at this square here that has a 1 in it, that means that all these others, out of all these 8 squares around it, only one of them can have a monster in it, and since all these other ones are empty, it has to be there. So you have to basically use logic and the information you're presented to clear all the blocks out and mark all those ones with monsters in them. Which block should I move to next? Probably this one, because there's a 1 here. There's only one block that's surrounding it, so we know this one has to be a monster. So I'll mark that. Now I know this is safe. I know this is safe. I know this is safe. You know, one's here. There's going to be another one here. So there you go. Those 2 are safe. And then there's a 2 here. It's already got 2 blocks around it, so I know this one is safe. There's a 2 here. There's 1 block here, and this is the only other possibility, so I know that one's safe. 2 here. 1 block here, and I know that it has to be here. And there you go. Now, I probably flew past most of you who didn't follow that because I'm really bad at explaining how to play this game. As you can see, we've got a whole bunch of other stages, but now we start getting into shops and we start getting magic items and things that modify how the game plays, and this is where it goes from being just straight up Minesweeper to being something a bit more. If you flag them all as bad, you cannot be wrong about where the monsters are. True, but the game keeps track of how many monsters per level there are, and if you flag too many, it won't let you progress. Treasure chest. Apple restores 1 life. Cool. I will take that. So I have 6 life. Every time I run into a monster, I lose a certain amount of life. The monsters get tougher the further levels that you go. We've got coins. We've got diamonds. I don't need the health. It's in the treasure chest. Is a book of combat. This is a passive. Picking up hearts at full life to kill a monster, a random monster, revealing it if necessary. Cool. So since I'm at full health, I pick up this heart. That monster died, and it revealed a bunch more spaces. That's fun. There are certain situations where you will just have to take a blind guess. Like there are some times where you can sort of like do probability calculations in your head to sort of turn the odds in your favor, but sometimes you're left with just a 50-50 chance. That was not one of those situations, so I took damage there. I took a lot of damage, 3 damage there, so that sucks, but now we can continue on. A wrong guess isn't a game over. No. The later levels, the monsters can get so strong that they will one-shot you, even if you're at full health. You can pick up stuff like armor that gives you defense so that you don't take as much damage and so on, and you can pick up revives and things like that. So it's very fancy RPG roguelite Minesweeper, yes. Monsters look like Pokemon. Yeah, all the monsters have random names too. Then the names are kind of hilarious because they do like the Diablo thing where they just mash a bunch of random adjectives together for the monsters. Ordinary lobster of values. Ridiculous extra drip. The lobster. Oh, what happened there? Righteous. Lose 5 morality when you enter the stage. If your morality is negative at the end of stage, lose all legendary items and gain an omen. If it's positive, lose all omens and gain a legendary. Yeah, that's a big oof. Sometimes this game just throws you under the bus. If you're allergic in any way, shape, or form to RNG screwing you over, do not play this game. The maximum amount of RNG screw over can happen in this game, for sure. Yeah. I took a guess, I found a monster, I died. So, starting over. That's just how it goes in this game sometimes. So now we're starting fresh. What? I wasn't paying attention and I got nailed by a blob somehow. What's the mage do? I will cast dynamite at a random location for 6 coins. Go for it. Nice. This is a 50-50 guess right here, and I only have 1 life. I'm gonna take the adrenaline shot and take the guess. Got it right. God Rays. If your absolute morality is 30 or greater, reduce the stage power to 1. Cool. God Rays are fully charged. Boom. Necro Stuff the Simian. I love the names that they make up for these monsters in this game. I could trade in my Wand of Embers for What is that? A golden helmet. Oh, stages just get bigger and bigger, don't they? Here we go. Aha. Very often you'll find yourself just sort of, it's got that old school puzzle thing to it where you just sort of find yourself sitting there, just staring and thinking silently. Take a chance. Nope. Treasure. Oh, an omen. Planned obsolescence. Whenever you gain an item, lose it after 101 turns. Okay, that's not the worst omen that we could have picked up. Sweet. And the next stage didn't open for some reason. It had the double mods, so you have to do it twice. That's bull. That's garbage. Is it the exact same level? No, it's re-randomized. Okay, well, at least the level's still pretty weak. I guess those God Rays work for the rest of this run? That's probably pretty good. What are the snow people named? Oh yeah, we haven't been looking at the names. We've got, wow, Uncanny Shuffle Smite, the Abominable Snowman of Brilliance. That's the longest monster name I've seen in this game. All right, what else have we got? We've got Chirpy Yeti of Motionless Culture, Brood Fiend Abominable Snowman. There's a farm stage that has Cock as a base enemy name. You get some good combos there. Oh, I'll bet. All right, the Dry Shiny Brink. No random loot, no strangers or landmarks. After you complete the stage, spawn 3 chests. Great. And there's also currency everywhere, but that gets canceled out by Dry. That's bull. This game is bull. Ugh. Let's see if Dan can pull this off. I don't have the advantage of the enemies being weak anymore. I think my God Rays must have run out. Never mind. I just reactivate it and they go back down to 1 health. So there we go. Never mind. We're good. We should be able to finish this run, which will be an anomaly because I don't finish runs usually in this game. Like, more often than not, I usually end up getting killed. Most of the time it's because of some bullshit the game pulls on you with the modifiers, but every now and then you can sometimes get the modifiers to run in your favor, like what we're doing on this run. It's like every time I pick up gold, I'm getting defense back. Where's that coming from? Spawns 5 coins whenever this armor takes damage. Fortify by 1 whenever you collect a coin from a cell with a value of 3 or greater. Wow, so this golden helmet regenerates itself. And the fact that the enemies only deal me 1 damage, that's why I'm doing so well. Because the enemies can't hurt me. Because my defense keeps regenerating itself, and they do so little damage. So yeah, this is definitely a case of this God Rays plus this golden helmet are basically combining to make me all but invincible in this run. That's sick. Yep, 0 damage from him. And did I get the defense point back from that one? I didn't, but I've got 7 defense banked already, so it really doesn't matter. Well, I think that's it. And now we find treasure that we don't need because the run is over, but we might as well open them up just in case there's anything new in any of them that we can maybe use to fill out our codex. Wow. So that's the end of the run. Once you finish all the stages in 1 quest, then you finish that run and you get a score. You can unlock all the things in the codex if you feel like playing this game forever. That's Demoncrawl. And like I said, what you saw right there is a run that doesn't usually happen for me. Very often the runs usually die very easily because the game usually pulls bullshit on you, but every now and then you get a lucky run like what you just saw there. So I'd recommend it if you were ever a fan of the old Minesweeper games, or maybe you have like other friends who are not big into like most video games, but maybe they played a little bit of Minesweeper back in the day and you want to maybe show this to them and they might get a taste for it. Who knows?